trust me, come with a real. You hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money, money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on Woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Morax.
What up, though?
We've got young Chris in the TD booth. JB. Ooh, I'm so sorry, Flannel Sam. I was in the role. I was used to saying that. Please don't hurt me.
No, it's all good. I mean, me and JB Smooth, you can see the resemblance. We're obviously the same person. It's all good. No, but for real, it feels good to fill in for you guys. I feel like I'm becoming more and more immersed in your show every day. So like, let's get after it, man. Let's go.
Honestly, I appreciate having you on. You offer some insight. I know some people call you crazy, but you always back it up. You bring the numbers, and it makes people think.
Yes, sir.
And when you think, you get smarter. You learn from it.
Yep.
Whether you agree or not, you're even forced. I love having sports debates. Even if I'm wrong, like you're forced to like learn in those scenarios. Because not only are you like researching like their BS, you gotta research your BS. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're coming correct. It's always healthy conversations. Man.
Absolutely. And I learn a lot from you guys too. Like all three of us and Young Sus, Chris included for the Pistons, are sports junkies, if y'all don't know. So like we all like feed off of each other. It's
100%.
great. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's very fun to go back and forth with people.
Yeah.
Get their side of things, unless they're just complete idiots.
There are a few of those. There are a few of those. Even then, no, there's not anything much to learn from those guys.
No.
Well, I guess we're trying to prove them wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's fair. Jared Goff, top 5 quarterback. I've heard what's going on today.
Heard that before, yeah.
We got a big show packed for you guys. I want to break down. You guys kind of talked about a little bit on BDE. I want to go maybe a step further into the conversation of Kayvon versus Aidan. I feel like a lot of Detroit Lions fans feel like the comparisons is kind of closed in that scenario. I mean, we're supposed to have somebody on today to talk about that. Guy who studies film. He's a coach himself, Coach DC from the All 22 Film Channel. And fortunately, he's having some internet issues. We're not going to be able to contact with him, but we still have notes on it. We still have the conversation about it. We're talking about Detroit Lions injuries, some guys coming back, some guys adding to the injury list. I guess more notably so, I guess I should say this, kind of breaking news. Romeo Okwara,
yes,
DJ Chark officially entering their 21-day window. Well, DJ Chark never was on IR, if I'm not mistaken.
No, DJ Chark is back at practice today. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because I was honestly, at a certain point, kind of concerned for him, like his career, honestly. Because his injury was like, they said the structure of his ankle. And it's like the ankle that held him out last year. Yeah. So it was like, that sounds sketchy.
Structure of his ankle.
That's what
is that? It's just falling apart. It's it's tough to hear that, but it's good to hear that he's back at practice. It's good to hear that Romeo Okwara is back on the clock, his 21-day clock. They said he was at practice for the first time today since that injury. So that's good to hear. Good to hear he's out there with the boys. Yeah. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
Which is crazy because, like, as a fan of Detroit Lions, I found myself almost in a fit of rage. Like, what the F's going on with this guy? Because he's had Achilles injuries, I understand, but Brandon Graham had an Achilles injury. He's bounced back from since. Ajabo had an Achilles injury. He's now officially played in the NFL. His first snaps, congratulations to him, former Michigan alum. And then, obviously, our guy, Jeff Okudah, El Jefe. El Jefe arrived after an Achilles injury. So I was like, what the hell's going on with Romeo Okwara?
Yeah.
Lo and behold, today he's opening up his 21-day window. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play, though. It's just a 21-day window to where you can actually start playing.
Yeah, you can start exercising, start working out with the team. Hopefully something clicks, and that injury is not as bad as it was. Obviously, he's done a lot of rehab. He's fighting to get back out on the field, so you love to see that. You hope he's back sooner than ever, and you hope he's the same player that he was when he left.
100%. And then I guess in terms of like other injuries windows too, that a lot of people kept talking. I don't understand like these things on Twitter, and I've fallen for it too. There'll be like somebody with optimism. They'll shoot something out there like, man, I hope Jameson Williams could play this week. You really use him as a wide receiver. And then for some reason that gets like retweeted and quote tweeted and steamrolled into like a rumor that he is, which I saw that happen on Lions Twitter yesterday, talking about Jameson Williams. He will not be back at the earliest until after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And I just want to give everybody an update on that one because I almost fell for the hype too a little bit. They're like, wait, is this happening?
Is he coming? Is he ready?
Why is this conversation?
Yeah, it's Jameson Williams. Dan Campbell said today that he is making strides. There haven't been any setbacks, so he's hopefully getting him back out there, practice soon. He didn't rule it out that he'd be out but on the Thanksgiving Day game, but he said it's probably not going to happen. So, yeah, we're looking for the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
is the
Which,
date.
to be fair, like, and that's why I was so confused when that stuff was popping off yesterday. Because like, he initially came out and said wouldn't be probably until December. So how the hell do people accelerate that until like this week?
I don't know.
And then it's like, I don't know. People just, nah, I'm not going to go there. I do want to touch on one thing because I think we're all pretty much hip hop heads in the show. We have those conversations frequently. And young Chris, he sent a stat in the chat last night about Kendrick Lamar being the most nominated guy for the Grammys this year.
Yes, sir. He is the most nominated male artist for this year's Grammy, receiving 8 nominations. Best album, best rap song, best rap performance, best melodic rap performance. I never understood what that was, but basically a lot of nominations for his new album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Now, there was actually a certain name, though, that you two immediately jumped to in the chat, which I thought was also robbed of the Album of the Year list. And that was JID.
Yeah.
Spencer?
Yeah, it's JID wasn't on the list, wasn't even nominated. You've got DJ Khaled and Jack Harlow nominated over him. I think it's just a complete joke. The Grammys suck. Ever since Macklemore won over Good Kid, Mad City, I've never liked the Grammys. And
Thank you.
It's just more proof that they don't even know what they're talking about.
I was going to, like, that was going to be, like, my take on the whole matter is, like, I'd love to, like, anoint Kendrick for this, but ever since the whole Macklemore over Good Kid, Mad City situation, I no longer, like, respect the Grammys, like, in that light. I can't praise him with the same things that I've saw as, like, not even, like, valuable to me anymore, like, after that, you know?
100%. That's where I'm at with it, but to be fair, like, it's just so unfair with fans. Like, they'll say when the Grammys got it wrong, they'll be like, oh, the Grammys suck, blah blah blah, F the Grammys, but then their favorite artist gets a Grammy and they're geeked. So, you know, it's one of those things where it sucks. You'd like the Grammys to just fix it and actually just get more in tune. A lot of it actually, though, really comes from the hip hop community itself not participating in the Grammys. Like, anyone that is a songwriter is eligible to vote. So there's just a lot of non-participation within the hip-hop community, and that leaves it to a bunch of people that don't know hip-hop, and so they go, oh, Jay-Z, he's got 47 Grammys or whatever, however many Grammys he has. That's a familiar name. We could just vote him. Kanye, we can vote him.
Wow.
So that's really what it is that...
Are you saying black people are lazy? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all.
Hey, yo!
Vote or die!
I swear I'm not.
No, I'm with you. It makes sense. I heard another thing, too. Like, a lot of those things are, like, more like politics.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to, like, the Grammys.
Kendrick had it on his SNL performance. He said he had on the side. So first he had R.I.P. to 2 Compton rappers who were killed actually right before his performance. And then he had on the other side saying, yes, we still play industry politics. And then now here he is Grammy nominated. And if he performs, then that means he probably won multiple Grammy nominations, because Nicki is also famous for that. She won't perform. She won't do anything unless she wins the award. So there's a lot of, like, industry politics that go into it.
I feel like she's always bitching about something. Like,
Yeah.
She's
like,
trash.
yeah.
She's trash, but that's a whole nother topic.
Well, moving back into sports, we hyped up the return of Tyler Bertuzzi last night, and against a bad team, the Red Wings got a point.
They got a point.
They got a point, but ultimately they lost, and they lost on a goal semi-let up by Tyler Bertuzzi.
Yeah.
Did you get to see it? Or?
No, I didn't yet. I went to bed after
10
the
o'clock
second
start.
period.
Yeah. That was rough, man. That was rough. It was rough that it happened, like, on him specifically, because it was like his big return. You know what I'm saying? And I even hyped it up. But I'd say it all the time. I'm not like the hockey savant that I should be, I guess. But that's one guy I enjoy watching, and then to have that happen kind of sucks. Did you catch that game by chance, Sam?
I kind of like Spencer. I went to bed at about midway through the second period, but I did watch full game highlights. To me, that's just one of those games. You got to get 2 points at a terrible Anaheim team. The Red Wings are staring at a road trip where they don't get any regulation wins, and that's what scares me a little bit, because the season that started off with so much optimism, it's kind of been a little bit of a spiral lately. So we're hoping that the Red Wings can get it back on track. They do have a 5-game homestand coming up after they come back from the West Coast, so hopefully they can get it together by then, but can't blow a game at Anaheim. Can't happen.
Yeah, I guess it's like a weird way to assess the season, because they beat teams they weren't supposed to beat. But it feels like a lot of these losses that they've had lately are like the teams they're supposed to beat.
For sure. A couple of these have been bad losses against bad teams. You can't do that, especially when you're fighting. You're a team that's trying to make a push, trying to take a step forward into something else, into something more than what you've been over these past couple seasons. And they're just not showing up in these past couple. They're 0-2-2 in their last 4. That's not going to get the job done.
Yeah. How do you feel about your boy Huso? I'm not trying to, like, I don't want you to bash him or anything like that, but you still, like, just as optimistic as before?
Yeah, for sure.
After the 8 goals? And
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Are you still just as down on Ned?
Yes. Nothing has changed, in my opinion, between the goaltenders.
Okay. I was curious because I know, like, Ned got, like, a lot of abuse, like, in those scenarios and situations, but, like, we've now seen Huso experience them, too, this year.
Yeah. He did. Yeah, he had one bad game. Wasn't a good game. Didn't look good. The power play goal that he let up early in the first period there's not much you can do about it. It was a big rebound, and it went right to a guy standing right in front of the net. There's not much you can do to stop that in those situations. He's not getting a lot of help from his defense, so he's not letting in easy goals. He's not letting in things squeak by him. Most of the goals that are on him are coming from rebounds in situations or coming from lapses in defense, like Tyler Bertuzzi giving the puck away right in front of the net. So,
Flannel Sam, what was your outlook on the goalie situation?
I could see after that 8 goals allowed by Huso just had Nedeljkovic, that Leonardo DiCaprio meme, just kind of pointing like, haha, he did that too. No, for real, I do think Huso is goalie number 1. But those 8, letting up 8 goals twice already this season, it reminds me a little bit too much of last year where the Red Wings were kind of famous for their implosions, like home against Arizona and home against Chicago and against Toronto. That cannot continue to happen. And I don't care if your defense is not helping you. 8 goals, that's an implosion. Cannot keep happening no matter who you are.
Yeah, it sucked last night because I actually was. I mean, I don't sleep that well, like, either way, but I was actually awake to watch the overtime last night, and the Red Wings did look like the better team. And hockey's just a crazy sport like that. It's almost
overtime's all puck luck too.
Yeah,
it comes down to the one shot, who gets the lucky bounce, who gets the breakaway. Especially with the 3-on-3 overtime, there's a lot of open ice.
So much funner to watch, though. I can't lie. Like, it's cool because, like, I watch hockey, but sometimes it's aimlessly because I'm just watching these guys skate around. But, like, watching the 3-on-3, I'm watching those guys, like, set picks. And I've never, I've never noticed that when I watched hockey. I was kind of just watching the guys skate. But last night, actually, like, seeing, like, play design and stuff like that, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Is it like that with, like, are there still, like, picks and stuff like that when there's, like, all the guys out there?
Oh yeah. You're doing a lot of things to get open. Like I said, it's a lot easier to see, though, in the 3-on-3. There's a lot more going on. And one bad shot, one mishap can lead to a 2-on-1 breakaway, and then the game's over. So it's a lot more calculated in overtime because you can't mess up or the puck will end up in the back of your net. So it's a lot more concentrated in overtime sessions.
Speaking of taking L's, I just got to squeak this one in because it was kind of breaking news, and it's kind of like flown underneath the radar a little bit. And it's to our guy, too, which, by the way, I feel bad for. But Cade Cunningham, I don't know if you guys seen this, his signing bonus, he had a deal with BlockFi to get it all through Bitcoin. And unfortunately, BlockFi is preparing to file for bankruptcy.
Oof.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with the price of Bitcoin right now?
No.
I probably should look it up before I even discuss that conversation, but rare L for Cade. I hope he bounces back from that one.
The price of a brick going down.
Yeah. You looking at the Bitcoin right now?
Yeah.
What was it?
Let me check.
It's a BITC
coin.
Bitcoin's at 16,556 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a fall from grace.
Yeah, it was at like 35,000
It's a Dominic Reyes fall
a
from
year
grace.
ago. Yeah, it's tough.
Sheesh. Oh, I'm sick for Cade.
I feel bad for so many athletes took like
Odell.
I'll take most of my salary in Bitcoin or most of my salary in cryptocurrency, and now it's just yeesh.
What's funny too, because all the pundits are like, they're brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm
so
sure
smart.
we're part of that too. But
I mean, and I'm not rooting for Bitcoin to fail at all, but you don't see as many kind of Bitcoin bros on Twitter kind of just like saying like, you are not living your right with your money unless you invest into Bitcoin. I don't see any of them anymore. I don't want it to fail, but
At least the fall off in NFTs was faster.
Yeah.
NFTs made no sense to me. NFTs was one of the
we gotta
big-
go to break. I could go on and on and on about NFTs.
That was such like a scam thing. Like if somebody came up to me like, you want to get in these NFTs? It's like, I don't trust you.
That was literally
bro. We gotta go break.
a way to just launder money. I swear to you.
For sure.
Oh, 100%. Tell us about Guardian Alarm.
If you need protection from Bitcoin or NFTs, you can get Guardian Alarm because Guardian Alarm will keep you safe and give you peace of mind whether you're at home or on the road. With their 24/7 local monitoring, they make sure the things that are important to you stay safe. All you have to do is call 1-800
Stay out!
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
God dang.
Look at this guy.
Look at my man Ryan Armani.
Who is that?
I think it's Ryan.
I don't know. I've never seen that guy before.
Is this a Photoshop? Why does he look so skinny?
I don't know.
It's because the Custom Health Centers?
Custom Health. He's dropped 15 pounds.
I heard those guys helped out over 20,000 people.
20,000?
Ryan Armani looking slim like his tie. Looking like a...
Yeah, he doesn't look like that no more. That's for sure. He looks a lot better.
Thinner than that for sure. He no longer looks like a hippo. Make sure you guys check out Custom Health Centers at 844-789-8446. That's Custom Health Centers at 844-789-8446. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex. We got young Chris in the TV booth, Flannel Sam on the ones and twos. I was only chuckling a little bit because we had this like secret word to like break that read, because usually our reads are like reads, like we're reading verbatim sometimes. And sometimes we throw in obviously like weird stuff in there, like the must look down in my pit. But there wasn't anything for that one. That one's supposed to be like openly conversational.
You keep trying to make that work. It's not going to work.
It's a thing. I'm not. It's not my thing.
You keep pushing it.
No,
the Spider-Man one is
trying to make fetch happen. It's just not.
I'm not trying to make fetch happen. I'm just reiterating some words that somebody else said.
But you keep doing it.
How dare you, Chris, to claim yourself as a hip hop head, and you can't just thesaurus that one out and figure out who said it? I'm gonna Google it.
Maybe that bar went over my head. I don't know.
Google it.
Yes.
For all the OG heavyweight fans. All right, guys. Back to sports. DJ Chark returned to practice. Romeo Okwara back at practice as well.
Yes.
Should Lion fans be excited?
Per Pride of Detroit, per a lot of different people, yes, Romeo Okwara was at practice today for his first time in a while. And yes, Lions fans should be excited. This is a guy who, in 9 games in 2020, had 10 sacks, 44 combined tackles, 11 tackles for loss, 18 quarterback hits, and 3 forced fumbles. So this guy is a playmaker. This guy is a playmaker that you can put, if you're the Detroit Lions, on a much-needed defensive line. You need someone in there to help out Hutch. Obviously, we saw Julian Okwara do that in the last game. We've seen, Pascal when he's in there playing well, but he's on the injury report, did not practice today. We saw John Kaminsky kind of be a flash in the pan when he's in there, but I don't expect a lot out of John Kaminsky. Romeo Okwara was supposed to be your guy. That was your double-digit sack guy. That was the guy that the Detroit Lions paid that money to be a big piece of their defense, and especially getting to the quarterback. So if he can come back, if he can be the player that is, twice the production out of anything else we've gotten on that side of the line so far this season, that will be such a big boost for this Detroit Lions pass rush and this Detroit Lions defense, because it makes it easier for not only Aidan Hutchinson, but for Jeff Okudah, but for Kirby Joseph, because they don't have to wait as long. They don't have to rely on only Aidan Hutchinson getting home, creating pressure, doing what he needs to do. If you get a guy like Romeo Okwara, who's proven, given the snaps, he can be a problem, it doesn't do anything but help this defense.
I'm 100% with you. I found myself getting pissed off about it. Like, where is this guy? We're paying him.
Romeo, where for out Romeo?
Literally, though, man. I mean, he's a 10-sack guy, and that's another thing too. I don't even know what to make of him fully as a player. I know we paid him. I know he had the 10 sacks. I know he looked good at certain points on the Patricia defense. Obviously, we haven't seen him, within this one, but over 4 games worth. I don't even know what to make of him as a player completely, but any type of body at this point helps. I don't know if you guys know this too, but Josh Pascal went out during the last game with a knee injury, and him missing practice this Wednesday following that knee injury is not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
And Josh Pascal, in my opinion, if you guys watch the tape, I know I'm a little bit nerdy than most people, but you watch the tape, he led to Julian Okwara's sack on Justin Fields last week. He's great at containing that outside edge. Like, Josh Pascal has been valuable to this defensive line, and I feel so much better, I guess, with the Romeo Okwara coming along, because as much as I made the tweet, if the Detroit Lions make it to the Super Bowl, I'll pay everyone to retweet this $100. As much as I've defended the Glenn and all that other stuff, I still want to see the Lions win. I'd still rather root for them to win versus be here all pissed off that they lost. So
everything's better when they win. The Victory Monday is much better. Everyone's happier. Better. Although the draft capital gets lower, it still makes a good feeling in Detroit. As Detroit media, it makes it easier for us to do our job when the Lions are good, when they have things we can talk about that aren't, who are they going to draft in the first round? Yeah. So adding a piece like Romeo Okwara, if he is not severely hampered by that Achilles injury, is huge for that Detroit Lions defense.
I think DJ Chark too.
Yes.
But I think more important, and actually real quick before I move on to the actual injuries though, Sam, what do you got to take on Romeo Okwara coming back and possibly DJ Chark?
I mean, here's what it speaks to for me. It speaks to that the Lions might actually have something to play for. If the Lions were, say, 1-8, if they would have lost to the Packers and to the Bears, I might just shrug my shoulders. I would have just said, why? Who cares? We're tanking.
100%.
But Romeo Okwara, coming into this season, he is the most, I would say, he's had the most production out of any player on this defensive line in terms of sacks by far. He's the guy that has the experience, that has had a 10-sack season, that has also had a 7.5-sack season. And DJ Chark, even, in the 3 games that he's played, I didn't think he was all that bad. And now, with their wide receiver core so depleted with injuries, you've got Khalif Raymond and Tom Kennedy as your wide receivers 2 and 3. You might need a guy like DJ Chark, especially if the Lions have something to play for. And Romeo Okwara even more so. Aidan Hutchinson needs a bookend defensive end, and Romeo Okwara could be that guy. Charles Harris has been a little bit of a disappointment. Josh Pascal has only played 3 games. John Kaminsky has been hurt, had that hand injury. It's just the Lions need pass rush, and they need a wide receiver, and they might have something to play for going forward. So this is very exciting, and it's something that Lions fans, we can talk about now. We couldn't have those conversations a couple of weeks ago. We can now.
Yeah.
100%. He hit it right in the nose. There's a point that I didn't even make. For us winning, that matters more. And it sucks to know that they're winning and to think that your team has a chance, but then you're headed into that next week and you see a Josh Pascal out. You see Frank Ragnow, by the way, today not practicing in a boot, which I heard Frank Haley said that I always mess up his name. Hank
Fraley.
Hank Fraley.
Frank Haley.
Well, it's Frank Haley, or it could be
No, it's Hank Fraley.
Hank Fraley. Coach Frank Haley. See, it's easy.
It's a good one.
I did that one on purpose.
It's easy, baby.
It's easy, baby. Nonetheless, though, he said that Frank Ragnow told him he wants to play. He expects to play. But we'll see. I mean, when you're in a boot, it's not a good sign. Especially coming up on a week, you're going against Dexter Lawrence and Quentin Williams as well. Like on that defensive line for the New York Giants. I get they haven't played the best of offenses, but those guys are terrifying to play against no matter what, in my opinion at least.
Oh yeah, and it's Leonard Williams, by the way. Not trying to nitpick, but yeah.
No, I appreciate you.
No, any help, any reinforcements that this Lions team can get right now, because like I said, this team, if they can continue winning, and the Giants game I think is very winnable, guys like a healthy Frank Ragnow, DJ Chark, and Romeo Okwara can make the difference between a game or two, and that's why I'm so excited about that news. Whereas a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't have given a damn.
Yeah, it's big. Like you said, you look at the good pass rushing teams around the league, and they have multiple avenues to get it done. We talked about when we played the Cowboys, what was that, week 5, week 6? They had 8 players on their team with at least 1 sack. They had 5 players on their team with 3 or more sacks. So teams that can produce pressure like that on a regular basis, that is a real game disruptor, have multiple avenues and multiple players to get that done. It's not just Aidan Hutchinson and the Lionettes on that defensive line. You add another piece, a guy you paid for, a guy who has 10 sacks in a season, a guy can get it done in Romeo Okwara. Hopefully he is back and healthy. Hopefully that 21 days comes faster than it should, and he's back out there sooner than later because he's a big piece for that defense.
Malcolm with back to full practice today as well too. So I know we spoke about Alex Anzalone and some of the impressive stats that he put up this year, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't watch the all 22 on it, but Derek Barnes, I have been impressed.
He's been playing well, yeah.
And just facing an offense that is predicated off the run. No disrespect to Alex Anzalone, but he led the league in missed tackles last year. I feel like I might rather have a Derek Barnes headed into this game. I said it last week too. Maybe I'll just come out and say it. I want Derek Barnes to be better than Alex Anzalone.
Me too.
I want it to be true. I want it to happen, and I think it'll contribute to us winning football games, or at least looking better on the defense.
Who calls the defense if Anzalone's out, though?
Malcolm.
Yeah,
for sure.
Man, wouldn't that be something? But both things are true when it comes to the Lions linebackers. Malcolm Rodriguez has been the most consistent, best linebacker on the Lions, but Derek Barnes against the Packers played the single best game a Detroit Lions linebacker has played, I think, in the Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell
100%.
regime. So those are the guys you want going forward. And if both of them hit, if both of them can keep up what they've been doing, Brad Holmes, my guy.
My man.
He's right, though. You need pieces like that to step up. And
need them big boys.
Hopefully you need some big boys in the middle. And if you want big boy, all you got to do is go down the street because they're everywhere. For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries are at Big Boy. It's not the Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. And guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? They got chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, and nacho fries.
Yes, Lord.
So go satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5. Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tan, your vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more coming soon.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got young Chris on the TD booth. Flannel Sam on the 1s and 2s. I had to prepare myself to say Flannel Sam. I apologize for that one, but I teased it in the chat a little bit. And Chris, if you can, I put a screenshot in there of like a fantasy football trade. It's like black and it's in Slack.
Gotcha.
If you can make that graphic by chance, I teased it in the chat.
You ready for it?
I usually don't. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're the man.
I'm good at this.
You're the man.
I do's this. Watch this.
I appreciate you.
I do's this.
Okay. And I don't usually do this, all right? I'm not spinning. I'm not talking about my 2K guy all the time. He pairs well with Bagley.
I mentioned him like twice. This is like the third fantasy thing you've done.
But I'm conflicted right now. So I was offered this trade by my guy Will Holman. Shout out to him. All right, but he offers me He offered me Devontae Adams, which I love this year. Jerry Jeudy, which Justin Fields, which obviously Red Rocket for that one, and then Rashad White, who I think is going to come on soon. Obviously had a big game last week, and Fournette's getting banged up as running backs do, and he's getting a little bit up there in years. But he wants Jalen Waddle, St. Brown, and George Pickens in exchange. Now, I probably should make this a YouTube chat poll. You can take off the screen if you want. I need help.
Yeah.
I asked you last night. You told me to do it. You said pull the trigger on it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You still feel the same way?
Yeah.
Sell me on it, please.
I think Devontae Adams is a monster. He's a target monster. Obviously, Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow are out, so he's going to be getting more and more targets as the season goes on. What else are we looking at here? Jerry Jeudy is, he can't be that bad for much longer. Like, he's too talented to be that bad as a fantasy receiver. And Justin Fields, who's your quarterback? You said you have Trevor Lawrence.
It's like every other week I'm exchanging between. Actually, no Trevor Lawrence in that league. That's another one I'm confused. I apologize. So like Aaron Rodgers, like Derek Carr. It's like literally on Flyers.
Yeah,
Flyers every week at quarterback for me.
I like it.
5-5.
If you can like comfortably give up. I feel like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Devontae Adams are a wash. Those are two wide receiver ones. They go bar for bar. And then you look at Jerry Jeudy, and who's he? Jalen Waddle? I
have Jalen Waddle. He wants Jalen Waddle.
He wants Jalen Waddle.
He's a top 5 wide receiver this year in yards.
Yeah, that's tough.
And Amon-Ra was stellar last week's PPR. 10 receptions, 119 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
So is Devontae Adams last week.
You're right. Devontae Adams is a dog every week. I love Devontae Adams.
He gets like 12 targets every game.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I personally like Devontae Adams a lot, and I think solidifying your quarterback position would be good.
Yeah, I just...
who's your other receiver after Amon-Ra and Jalen Waddle?
I have Olave. I have Mike Williams coming back.
Do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mike Williams is a stud, too. If you got Devontae Adams and Mike Williams.
Well, the only thing with Mike Williams coming back that bring up, I guess, in conversation is that you have Allen come back as well.
Yeah, but still.
So I don't think he get as much of like as many targets, so he's not going to eat as much as he was before.
Mike Williams is better.
Flannel Sam. I don't usually do this, guys. I apologize, but this one was like, I usually shut shit down right away. Like, hell no, I'm keeping my people. But that one, Justin Fields has been on fire.
Yes.
Well, in Justin Fields, I'm glad you kind of led into this. Justin Fields is a guy that he's coming on, and he is a guy that will be a better fantasy quarterback than real quarterback just because he is, after Lamar Jackson, the best running quarterback in the NFL. And he's on a streak that I don't think any other NFL quarterback has ever had in terms of running. So I think he is going to be someone's fantasy MVP going forward, and he can be yours, Eazy. And Devontae Adams, of course, is probably maybe the best wide receiver in the NFL, or at least top 3. Jerry Jeudy, I mean, he's doing really a whole lot of nothing. But if you can get Justin Fields and Devontae Adams, and you have some depth at wide receiver already, pull the trigger.
I have Olave, Kirk, and Mike Williams as my other receivers.
Yeah.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Do it.
Chad's saying no. Chad's like what?
It's because they don't want you to trade Amon-Ra St. Brown.
71%. Is that why, Chad? Don't do me like that.
That is 100% why.
Chad, don't do me like that. Oh, no. The Detroit Lions forum, the Chad. Vote no.
Yeah. Only if Jared Goff's involved.
Damn, doesn't it help me any more than I thought it would? Because you guys are telling me yeah, but everyone else is saying no. Can we do phone lines? We don't have to.
No.
I don't want to go that far. I apologize. I don't want to hijack.
Turn your back on the people, Easy. Do it.
Yeah. It's up to you, though. It's obviously
for sure.
up to you.
For sure.
What do you feel more comfortable with?
Yeah. Where's my guy, Joey 2 times? I'm Ross St. Brown. It's a nice floor in the Woodward Sports chat. He also says QB1's very tempting in a nice chat. Waka Flock in the Woodward Sports chat says pass easy. David Webster says Williams coming back. Nice thought. In the Woodward Sports chat. That didn't help me at all. But I see a couple passes. All right, we'll move on. We'll revisit it later in the show. I'll be the finale decision. I'm also a really indecisive human being. Mm-hmm. I'll pull up, and I forgot my backpack today. I asked Benny, do I go back and get it? What do I do? I don't know why I do that. That's how I am.
You just got to make up your mind. Be
your
own man.
You're right. When my mind is made, though, I'm a savage in these things. I'm going to be wrong with that thing. You guys know that. But all right. Back to Detroit Lions talk. I appreciate you guys for helping me out with that fantasy football trade. If hit me up in the DMs too if you got like specific reasons. This chat, Woodward Sports chat, moving way too crazy. Appreciate you guys for joining. Hit the like button if you haven't already. But Aidan Hutchinson versus Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Yeah.
You and I actually caught some flack for this early in the year where we were like, Kayvon looks like a guy. And obviously Aidan since then is up in a 2-point stance. He's being coached different. He's looked different. And conversations kind of changed a little bit, at least around here, because we watch our games. Now, obviously, not a lot of us are watching New York Giants games, if we're being like honest with ourselves. But Flannel Sam, actually, I'm going to start with you, because that was your boy. That was your guy for Defensive Rookie of the Year. You had him down for 12.5 sacks. I always put the half in there. I know you said 12. Have you looked into this at all? Have you dived to like the stats with this one or like film at all?
Yes, actually, earlier on, I was right with you guys where I was thinking maybe we did get the wrong guy. Maybe we should have drafted Kayvon Thibodeaux. And the thing is, Kayvon Thibodeaux is having a really good year. I think the Giants are happy with him. He's making plays on a defense that's 9th in the NFL in scoring. He made that big strip sack of Lamar Jackson to seal that game. He made a very big pass deflection of Aaron Rodgers and then pressured him on the Hail Mary that eventually led to a sack that directly led to those 2 wins. But I'll tell you what, Aidan Hutchinson, after that slow start, besides that 1.5 against Washington, has come on. Mm-hmm. And all 3 of the Lions' victories, Aidan Hutchinson's handprints, his mark is all over it. And plus, he played a really good game at Dallas that they lost, but the defense played well. And when it comes to defensive ends, like first-round top 5 defensive ends, it's not all about sacks, but it is a little bit about sacks. And Aidan Hutchinson has 5 times more than Kayvon Thibodeaux. Actually, more than that, 5.5 to 1. So to me, I still think Aidan Hutchinson is the guy. I think he is the better player, and I think we did pick the right one, even though Kayvon, no disrespect whatsoever.
I agree. I think we did pick the right one because, yeah, it's not all about the sacks, but it's a lot about sacks. That is one of the most important things you can do as an edge rusher. So for him to do that at this level, for him to, you're seeing the improvements he's making throughout the season, not only when rushing the quarterback, but learning from over pursuing on those early mistakes, over pursuing on screens, and now he's not doing that. He got an interception and directly caused an interception in his past 2 games because he had learned from his previous mistakes at the beginning of the season. So he's getting better. He seems like the more complete guy. He's not. Everyone said that he is way more athletic than they thought at first.
Yeah.
You know, at first you see him, you look at him, and by the way he looks, you're like, oh, he's just a hustle guy, super gritty, great work ethic, someone you just want to bring home to mom. You know, all the classic cliches that you get out of a guy like Aidan Hutchinson. But they said they brought him in, and he was more athletic than they thought. Why didn't you think he was athletic, huh? Well, why is that? No, but he was more athletic than they thought, and you can see that in the plays he was making, in the interception he's making. The way I talked about it earlier in the week about that play where he didn't get the sack on Justin Fields, but he chased him right out of bounds, where he, you guys are ridiculous. Where he chased him, stayed in front of him. Justin Fields wasn't able to get the edge and cut upfield because Aidan Hutchinson was going stride for stride with him. So I like what I'm seeing out of him. He is learning. He is getting better each game. And I don't think that we made a mistake by any means. I think Aidan Hutchinson was the right choice. I think he's going to be a great player for a long time to come.
I got to keep it a buck with you guys. I don't think there was a wrong choice, I guess, to be made. As you both said, we're laughing at the Woodward Sports Chat poll in the Woodward Sports Chat. But I don't think there was a wrong decision to be made. I think both guys are actually playing like really well. I only want to bring up the top because one, we know it's gonna be a conversation like after the game. We just know that there's the two like the three top edge rushers in this draft class. Kayvon at one point was projected to be like number one. Like he was like the consensus number one guy. Obviously, character situations seem to like had that falling down, but the conversation is closer than you think. According to, these stats are according to PFF, by the way, a site that I hate, but I do strictly use 4 pass rushing reps. I do value that in them. And I want to bring up the conversation, too. I know everyone thinks my guy Adam is crazy, but he did speak some truth around the draft when it comes to edge rushers. It doesn't always necessarily have to be a sack, to determine value. As you saw at Aidan Hutchinson, where he forced that interception to Jeff Okudah in that game. I'm sorry. But nonetheless, in 2 less games, by the way, Kayvon Thibodeaux. But sacks, obviously you have Aidan Hutchinson with 5.5. And let's be real about the Washington game. Some of those were, but he still has them. I don't want to discount him as a player, but we obviously didn't see that performance thereafter until after the bye week. We saw him in the 2-point stance, 3 untouched sacks, or whatever. To Kayvon's 1. Hurries, Aidan has 18. Kayvon has 14. Hits, Aidan has 4. Kayvon has 3. Batted balls, Aidan doesn't have any, but he does have an interception, where Kayvon has 2. And then tackles. Aidan's working with 12. This can't be right. 19 with Kayvon? Did I mess that up? I'm not even I'm not trying to be like facetious or anything. I'm only tripping a little bit because Kayvon's played 2 less games.
Yeah.
But he's also like, speaking of, doesn't always have to affect, edge rushers don't always have to have a sack to be effective in the play. I mean, Kayvon even drops back into pass coverage every once in a while, too. This dude's like athletic freak, but I don't think there was a wrong choice to be made. If we had taken Kayvon, I think we still would be enjoying the fruits of his labor, all paws intended, and obviously vice versa with Aidan Hutchinson. We know that we're enjoying the season he's had, and quite the turnaround he's had, too, since the bye week. You guys are smiling, so I'm going to go to a break so I can read the Woodward Sports chat and laugh as well. But before we do that, Spinny, can you tell us about the butchery?
Of course. The official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network is the butchery. You can call 248-682-2697. Yes, that's 248-682-COWS, or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery, meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. You guys got to trust us. We're the heavyweights for a reason. We know our meat. Who are you going to trust?
Hey, yo.
Who are you going to trust with our meat better than us? So make sure you go get the best of the best at thebutcherysl.com.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. It is very rewarding, but it comes with great responsibility, like Spider-Man powers. If you send a local sports board, homeowners association, or volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are all protected. Call Swiss Insurance today. Today! The must, like the arm of my pit, by the way, is a Tyler bar with Trouble on My Mind featuring Pusha T. I think it's Pusha T featuring Tyler. Trouble's on my mind. Thank you. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward's live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Racks.
Thank you.
Wash Mo hats. We got Young Chris in the TD booth. We got Flannel Sam on the 1s and 2s. We're rocking along on a Wednesday. No cool songs about Wednesdays. You got club going up on a Tuesday. It's Monday Night Football.
I'm Dave.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest one, too.
Yeah, it's probably the best one.
I'm pretty sure someone made a
this is
song
one.
about that in like 2014. That
for
seems
sure.
like.
What'd you say?
I feel like in 2014 someone made a Hump Day song.
We have to look it up. You're our music guy.
Yeah.
Why are you
Why are you
I'm a
laughing?
hip
Come
hop
on.
historian. I'm
get
like
it together?
I'm like LeBron. I just lie all the time. I'm just like, yeah, you know, I was listening to Kendrick back in '97.
Yeah, it's literally you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give that up a 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting down with Kendrick and I told him, you know, I was like, man, dog,
Dude.
where you from? And he was like, Bron, I need that. And so it's just kind of how it went.
So it's like Rain Man, but when it comes to like hip hop.
I told Kendrick, I said, you're gonna be the most nominated male artist at the Grammys this year, and he's like, no way. You
When I
really
first-
think so? I'm like, bro, I know so. Trust me.
When I first heard Cartoons and Cereal, I was like, Kendrick, you're going to get 65 Grammy nominations. Like, I just feel it.
Honestly, when I heard that,
Cartoons and Cereal is so fire.
I
It
did
is a
say this
banger.
guy's fire. All right, back to the Lions talk. Yesterday we broke down the quarterback conversation. Who would you rather have?
Yes, we did.
Between Daniel Jones and Jared Goff. Did that carry on the BD today? Did you guys have that conversation? Or you guys said it yesterday?
Yeah, Neil tried to trap me.
He does that.
Yeah, he's like, so why would you pay Daniel Jones $30 million? I was like, I would not. He was like, you're saying you would sign Daniel Jones and bring him in? I was like, I didn't say that.
I saw it. I was watching. Your like headphones came off.
Yeah, it was pissing me off. It was pissing me off because I was like, I'm not saying. He was like, you said the Lions should sign Daniel Jones in the offseason. I was like, no, I didn't, man. What are you talking about? Yeah, he got me a little far. He's just doing his Neil thing.
That's what Neil does.
Yeah.
Neil's best at being Neil.
Oh, for sure.
Can't deny
Just
that.
poking the bear.
So we went over the quarterbacks. I think we all outside you picked Jared Goff.
Yeah, by like a smidge.
Okay, that's fair. Again, I didn't hate either way. And shout out to Tristan Klein in the Woodward Sports chat. Honestly, I think the Giants got their guy just like we got our guy. You're 100% spot on. I think we're all in agreement with that one. But the offenses of the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions, Spinny. Which one of those boys would you rather have? You're laughing too much.
I'm sorry, I King Horse in the Woodward Sports chat.
What do you say?
New Woodward show, short bussin' with sus. That's a good one.
Shout out to you guys in Woodward Sports chat. We appreciate the commentary. It's the best. And to be honest with you, around these Woodward Sports halls, a lot of these other guys can't handle it. Every time they feature on our show, they're like, "What did I do? What is wrong with your chat?"
Our chat is going down in notoriety in Woodward Sports. So
ruthless.
You guys keep it up. We love the toxicity. The
got it.
toxicity of our chat. Of our chat.
What was that?
It's a great song.
Is that a song?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'll show it to you later.
Whoa. Hey, yo. Confirmation. Chris, is that song?
He doesn't know that music.
No.
It goes,
System of a Down.
It goes to another school. You don't know.
It goes to System of a Down, man. Toxicity, one of the best albums ever.
I'll check it out. Flannel Sam.
No, you won't.
I actually like System of a Down. Wake up! Never wake up!
Chop Suey's on that album.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense. System of a Down, and then you go on the Lions. Because I know you want to say something about it now.
Oh no, we're good. We can go to the Lions. We're talking about their offense as a whole versus the Giants, correct?
Yes.
Disorder.
All right.
Disorder.
Okay.
Turn your ADD down a bit.
sorry,
I mean,
I'm
it's
sorry.
trying to talk here.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. System of a Down has some bangers, but
Thank you,
anywho, so the offensive line for the Lions is obviously much better than the offensive line for the New York Giants. The New York Giants have one guy who's really balling, and that's Andrew Thomas. He is elite, and then you have a bunch of rookies and just regular guys. And obviously, I don't even have to go through the lines. You got Penei Sewell, Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson. Like all of those guys, I think any team in the NFL would take them. They're one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Where it gets kind of tricky is running back. You think, obviously, Saquon, the best individual player of them all. Our starting running back can't stay healthy. But when you look at the numbers, if you combine Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift's production, 857 rushing yards on 4.7 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 931 and 6 touchdowns. So it's not that far off, but I would take Saquon over the Lions' rushing attack just because...
You got to add another 93 on for Matt Breida.
Matt Breida, yeah, but that's basically like, who cares? It's Saquon's backfield. And the receiving core. Here's the big question, not that it matters. Are we counting Josh Reynolds for the purpose of this discussion?
Yes.
He was out of practice today.
He was out?
Yeah.
Count them.
All right, well,
Don't count them.
honestly, it wouldn't even matter.
Let's go off the guys who are playing.
You know, it wouldn't even matter anyway because the Lions have the best individual receiver by far of them all, and it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And honestly, if you look at it, I hate to play the contract game, but Kenny Galladay for the Giants probably has the single worst contract in the NFL. He has 2 catches for 22 yards on the season.
Yes.
2 for 22, and his cap
10
hit.
mil for each catch.
I know his cap hit is over $21 million. I mean, that is all time bad. And Amon-Ra St. Brown's cap hit is he's a rookie. He's on a rookie fourth round pick deal. So that's obviously amazing. And then of course, I mean, the Giants: Darius Slayton, Richie James, David Sills, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, Daniel Bellinger, their tight end, is okay. But just for that contract alone versus Kenny Galladay and Amon-Ra St. Brown, give me the Lions wide receiver core, which means I think by a pretty big margin, I think the Lions offense overall is better.
I agree. Disorder! That's, all right, sorry. I got the Lions.
Oh, my God.
And obviously the Lions' offensive line is better. I had to get that out. That was quelling inside of me. Quarterbacks is a
Big word.
Who? Quelling?
Yeah.
Quarterbacks is a pick 'em. Who do you like? Who do you want? I tend to lean towards Daniel Jones because he has 31 first down rushes so far this season compared to Jared Goff's
Better completion percentage.
0.
Less
he has
turnovers.
a better completion percentage, less turnovers. Obviously, the 31 first downs on the ground. Jared Goff does have about 600 more yards passing, and he has more touchdowns through the air. But if you look at combined touchdowns, Jared Goff only has 3 more total touchdowns than Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones isn't asked to do as much. And Jared Goff has, 12 turnovers to Daniel Jones's 5.
Yeah.
So it's a pick 'em, pick your poison. I'll lean to Daniel Jones a little bit because of what he can do on the ground. But running backs, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm not just going to mush them together. I'm going Saquon. Saquon is the better. He makes their backfield better.
He's leading the league in yards this year.
Yeah, the guy's a monster. He is the better running back.
I did say Saquon was better.
You did. Yeah, but I'm not going to make DeAndre Williams or Jamal Swift as a two-headed monster. I'm going to take it piece for piece because DeAndre Swift is only getting 5 touches per game recently.
Yeah.
So I'll take Saquon over Jamal Williams. And then you look at wide receivers, yes, it's got to be the Lions. Even with Chark and Reynolds out, I think Amon-Ra is by far the best receiver on the field. And then Khalif Raymond is probably number 3 behind Darius Slayton. Not too far behind Darius Slayton either. So, and that's if everybody's healthy, that's our 4th receiver. So I'm going to give the Lions the wide receiver core, and I'll give the Lions the tight ends because, man, the tight end group in New York is pretty garbage. I'm trying to find. I got the roster pulled up here somewhere. I couldn't even. Oh, right here.
Bellinger was like their main guy.
Yeah, they got Daniel Bellinger, Lawrence Kager, Tanner Hudson. Like, these are nobodies.
It's a good name though, Tanner Hudson.
Tanner Hudson's. That's kind of a
Sounds
football
like a successful guy.
Yeah, but the Lions have 3 tight ends that can step in there and get the job done, and that just proves you don't need a top tight end to be a good team. Giants got 7 wins, and they got tight ends nobody's ever heard of.
Let's slow the roll in Giants a little bit, though. I mean, they're only 9 games into the season, which I guess has sample size. They're winning for sure, but who are they beating? We kind of discussed that a little bit yesterday, but no, I'm with you guys. Detroit Lions do have the better offense of the two. These numbers are actually courtesy of our guy Michael Mike, but Detroit Lions 24.3 games per game, 30 points per game.
Yeah.
Apologize. That ranks 9th in the NFL. New York Giants are at 20 points per game. That's 22nd in the NFL. You go to the rushing yards. Obviously, that category is dominated by the New York Giants. They are 3rd in the NFL overall, but in yards, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're killing it. Saquon Barkley is the focal point of that offense. I mean, him and Daniel Jones, the threat of those two, be able to run is dangerous. And Darius Slayton, I think I have it rated higher than you guys based on the conversations we had this week.
I like Darius.
Yeah, I mean, did you see the touchdown he had last week?
Yeah.
As one of those playmaker things. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, hit the spin move, hit the circle button, or B for some of you people out there. You people, Xbox people.
Yeah. What do you mean,
Weirdos. What do you mean, you people? But no, they hit the spin move, and he's out, gone for a touchdown. Yeah. So I think he's a bit of a playmaker, but ultimately I think the Detroit Lions do have the better offense, and it's going to be a big test I was looking at some of the numbers too, because obviously their strength is their rushing, and I want to look at our weakness. It was defense just in general. But since the bye week, the Detroit Lions actually have only let up 95 yards per game against running backs in rushing. So I don't know if that will have that same success against Saquon and the boys, but I mean, we'll see, man. It's a conversation to be had. What were you about to say, Sam?
There's a guy with the last name of Fields that kind of went off on the ground. I know you're talking about running backs.
I'm talking running backs. Yeah,
I know you're talking about running backs, but
Daniel Jones can run too.
Daniel Jones can.
So
run too.
If Daniel Jones goes for 140 yards, I will cry.
Aaron Rodgers went for 40, and that's like a 38-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
So Daniel Jones could maybe get 60 or 70. He's definitely a threat. And just to like Darius Slayton, I know you said that you're higher on him than some. I'm not saying he's terrible, but he's literally the Giants' number 1 wide receiver.
Over under right now, Daniel Jones, 45 rushing yards.
Over.
Easy over for me.
All right, 55.
I mean, you got odds you can throw me or something?
Over under.
55
even
under.
Money.
Under.
I would say he's going to get about 51, 52 under.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I'm
over. That was tape delay. Over.
Tape delay. Your brain's on tape delay.
That's the joke, Eazy.
What? I'm playing. I'm glad you actually brought that up, Smitty, because this next segment.
I hate you so much.
Hey, yo! This next segment, I actually want to look at some of the prop bets for the Detroit Lions in this coming game and see what you guys are going with. Are you going under or over? And we'll do that, but not before you talk about Planet Fitness.
Yeah, whether you're going under or over, you got to get good shape to get over or under whatever you're trying to get around.
Over.
And Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. Has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month. Join in-club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a big project coming up? Alta Ran has you covered. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment where uptime matters.
Over.
Disorder. It's Woodward Heavyweights every day. Disorder.
Yeah, honestly.
Disorder. ADD for you.
When I became the sun.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. If you feel bad for us, please hit that like button. We are live from 5 to 7, but this is Friday on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Morax. We got young Chris in the TD booth. Flannel Sam on the 1s and 2s rocking along with us. Appreciate you. We got him actually all week, so maybe we'll do a mailbag segment for Flannel Sam one of these days. You guys seem to have a lot of suspicions about him. We'll get answers.
It's true.
You have some?
I like that.
These will be under oath. These questions.
Before we went to break, I mistakenly teased a player prop segment for the Detroit Lions versus New York Giants game.
Yes, you did.
That wasn't even the prep.
No, it wasn't.
Disorder. But I got my man Flannel Sam on it. I was doing some Googling during the commercial break too. But actually, Flannel Sam, did you find anything good yet? I got some. If you don't,
all right, go. You start with you.
Okay. More reception yards this Sunday. Amon-Ra St. Brown or Darius Slayton?
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Easy.
Okay. Flannel Sam?
Oh, of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Lions, I think they're going to throw the football a little bit more, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is the best receiver in this game by a country mile. Give me Amon-Ra.
What's the difference between a mile and a country mile?
Country mile is like,
Is that like a baker's dozen?
Yes. Yeah.
Like it's a little bit longer?
You ever been out to like Romeo, like you ever been like a barn party or whatever?
No.
Oh, damn, you missing out.
I've never been to well, actually, I did go to a barn party, and my friend Eddie got tombstoned by this giant dude. Like,
what? Yo.
Like, legitimately.
That sounds lit. I'm not going to lie.
Legitimately tombstoned. Me and Stash, we were sitting on tail of a truck, on the tail end of a truck, drinking some Busch Light, and this big kid, Jackson, he went to,
That sounds like a barn party kid.
He went to our high school.
I'm Jackson.
His name was Jackson. My guy, Eddie, he's kind of a smaller guy. He's a little shorter than you and skinny. And,
whoa.
I'm just saying, he's not,
hey, yo.
He, for some reason, they were like messing around. Jackson was hammered. Eddie tried to double leg him. This kid, Jackson's like 6'3", 300 pounds. And Eddie's probably like 5'4", 160 pounds. And he tries to double leg him, and Jackson grabs him around the waist, lifts him up, and tombstones him. And Eddie was like laying on the ground for a minute, like motionless. And
what did you do? Is that you fight that
Stash
guy?
is Eddie's brother. Like that's Eddie and Stash's older brother.
Go solo cam with the story.
I was sitting right next to him. And Stash looks at me like, "Are we gonna have to kill this dude right now?"
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, dude, I was ready to literally like jump off the back of that truck and like, drop kick this kid in the face.
I've seen.
But Eddie was fine. He got up and like laughed it off.
Thank God.
Yeah. He's just like laid on the ground for a second, motionless. I was like, are we gonna have to like put this dude down in the woods right now, like Old Yeller? But no, yeah, we avoided any serious tragedy.
Joke's on you. He had a shotgun in his truck ready to go.
Honestly.
I've seen Spinny inebriate too, and trust me, he's ready for action.
Oh, I'm always ready for action.
He's always ready to be here.
No, get out of here.
I'm just trying to pee, man.
Yeah.
All right. So over. I'm not saying Brown.
Over.
Well, Sam, did that buy you enough time to find a prop bet?
I did find one.
There we go.
All right. Jamal Williams or Saquon Barkley? Who scores a touchdown? Williams, Barkley, both, or neither?
Both.
Yes.
Both of them. Give me both of them.
That's probably some pretty good odds in that, too.
That is pretty good odds. I think Jamal Williams will punch one in, and Saquon's just unstoppable. He's going to get a touchdown.
Literally the NFL's leading rusher. That's for the number 3 rushing offense in the league. Yeah, I'm going over. I'm going both, actually, for sure.
No, I would absolutely tend to agree with you. And Jamal Williams has been a beast at the goal line. That
Sure.
too, you have to take that into account. So, Jared Goff or Daniel Jones, who passes for more yards this Sunday?
Ooh. We actually clicked in the same article. But, I'm going to go Goff. Daniel Jones only thrown for over 200 yards, I think, twice this season. Obviously, it's not... I don't want to say he's, like, terrible at it, but this offense is predicated around the run. So.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Goff. I might say over in total yards to Daniel Jones. Because I could see Saquon busting a 60-yard screenplay.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones getting those dirtball yards. And then Daniel Jones, like you said, over 50 rushing yards could put him over the top. But I think I think Jared Goff will have more passing yards.
Yeah, I'm going Goff for sure in the passing yards. What were you, Flannel Sam?
Yeah, I'm surprised this is even a question. It's obviously Jared Goff. Daniel Jones has only thrown for 200 yards or more in a game twice this whole season. He's not asked to do a whole lot with his arm, but he does do quite a bit with his legs. So total yards, I would say Daniel Jones has a chance. Passing yards, it's Jared Goff, and I don't think it'll be within 50 to 70 even. Not close.
Not at all.
All right, I've got another one. Over or under for the total points scored by both teams in this game? 46.5.
46.5.
That's a good one, isn't it?
That is good. That's a very good spot. That's about...
It's actually right around their averages, too.
Yeah, that's
from what I
right.
read earlier.
You know, I'm going to go over. I think one of these teams will hit 30.
The Detroit Lions, it's been a theme all season. You know, these boys are going to be in a shootout.
Yeah.
It didn't happen against the Green Bay Packers. There was one game I think a team scored. Well, no, because I think even the Commanders put like 27 on us?
They did. Yep.
Yeah, give me the over. It's gonna be one of those high scoring affairs in my opinion.
I would go over as well, but not like way over. I think the final score will be something along the lines of 27-20. I'm not going to pick the winner yet, but I think that'll be the final score, which would make it 47, which would make it barely over. That is a damn good
That's a good line.
That's why Vegas,
Vegas knows, man.
Vegas knows.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
You got any more?
I could probably do some. Yeah, let me look at the Detroit Lions.
You want me to pull up another redneck story? I can't.
No,
I don't got them on command. I can't read them. Yeah, me and my buddy Jim Bob were fishing down the creek. No.
The one you made up was good enough. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was writing that down in my palm.
Saquon Barkley, 127 yards. Under or over?
Over. Total yards?
You're way too quick.
Rushing and receiving, or rushing yards?
Let's do 100 rushing.
100 rushing, over.
Flannel Sam?
I'm going to have to go under. I don't think that Saquon Barkley goes off, has one of his better games of the season. I could see Saquon Barkley having something like 113 to 117. He's going to have a good game, but under.
I'm not mad at that one. I'll probably go with, damn, man. Again, they're at 95 yards per game post-bye week. We have Josh Pascal missing practice. I don't know if he's going to be back. We obviously heard the news about Romeo Okwara. We don't know if he's actually going to play this week. Malcolm Rodriguez, he's back, fully participating. The fanboy in me wants to say under all day, but Saquon's a dog. And I just looked back today when I was doing these numbers for the yards per game for running backs. And I looked at Rashard Penny's and Kenneth Walker's. I got to go. Especially if Josh ain't playing, I'm going over.
Saquon's one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL today. So it's hard. It's going to be hard to keep that guy under 100 yards.
So we did more reception yards between Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Slayton. What about receptions? Actually, that's easily.
Yeah, Amon-Ra.
That's easy.
Amon-Ra for sure.
Brown. Yeah.
I would say Amon-Ra as well. And say what you want about Jared Goff, but Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown have a very good connection. They obviously have that chemistry. Amon-Ra St. Brown, maybe the favorite target that Jared Goff has ever had. So I think Amon-Ra gets 7 or 8 this week.
Hi, King Horse in the Woodward Sports
Yeah,
Chat.
that was a good one.
Hey, Spence, tell the story about the time you said no to a sandwich.
The one time you said no to a sandwich. Should I tell the story about when I saved the baby? Because we did that in the...
Well, nah.
We can do it later.
Nah, yeah, that one's... We got 2 minutes for that one.
Hey.
Yeah, we can do it at the end.
You know what? Can we do mailbag with Flannel Sam today?
I'm down, 100%.
I want to hear a time Flannel Sam saved the baby. Or A1.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
No, I actually have a couple more prop bets if you wanna
Yeah. We got 2 more minutes.
So,
Let's go run it.
Is the longest touchdown in the game over under 40.5 yards?
Ooh.
Over. It's going to be 42.
Genius.
Brilliant.
I know.
43.5.
Watch it be 42. And you guys
Again, going back to Rashard Penny.
Trap Rashard Penny.
I might say over.
Trap Rashard Penny.
I could see it as being... Could you see it being a low-scoring affair by any means, or...
Yeah, I mean...
100% going to be high-scoring?
I don't know about low scoring. I predicted 27-20, which in the NFL, especially with the Lions defense, I think that is kind of low-ish scoring. But 40.5, that's a tough one. I would probably say under, because splash plays in the NFL are just so hard to come by.
They really are.
I feel like I could see Saquon breaking one for 45 though.
That's who I would see. Maybe DeAndre Swift, doesn't cut back inside on that screen and go straight, and it's you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was ugly.
That was pretty terrible.
He had one guy to make miss, and it would have been a touchdown if he would have won that whole thing.
Would have been.
I might switch.
The play was set up perfectly.
Yep.
What sportsbook is that on? That bet, by the way. Does it say?
It looks like Bet US. I have one more.
Sounds sketchy as hell.
Which I actually, but it's a product.
No, yeah.
And I think this will actually be very interesting. Shortest touchdown of the game. I think this is easy. Over or under 1.5 yards?
Under.
It's absolutely under, because as much as we love Jamal Williams and it kind of like his nose for the goal line, he has been a little bit of a goal line touchdown merchant. But it's better to get them than to not get them. Jamal Williams will have a 1 yard touchdown rush this week. Hands down.
100%.
That's Sam's favorite adjective for a running back is goal line touchdown merchant. He uses it a lot. It's good. I mean, it's right. He's right. He's 100% right. Jamal will get a half a yard touchdown in this game for sure.
Death and taxes at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're a T-shirt merchant and you ran out of shirts, you had to go somewhere to sell something. Just really quick, where would you go?
I had to go to Big Frog, obviously, because Big Frog,
Like a
you can get a
goal
free
line
Woodward Sports T-shirt. That's right. A free Woodward Sports T-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. All you have to do is go in there, tell them we sent you, and they will print you out one on the spot. That's Big Frog in Novi. Make sure you check them out or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
For a limited time only. All new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day. Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Downtown Detroit is all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge in Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade. Plus, you grab drinks at the Lodge before or after games. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with deckedoutdetroit.com.
Uptime.
Over. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Morat.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the TV booth, Flannel Sam on the 1s and 2s. Appreciate you filling in for JB Smooth this week. We caught a lot of slack these past couple of days from your boy.
My boy.
Your boy, Dennis the Menace. Dennis Dyke. You guys know him and love him. I saw him in the BDE chat today. Wow.
Dude, I don't know the guy's name.
I don't even know his name either. But, and obviously, other guys too. Silent was going at me. Jacob was going at me yesterday. Because a lot of you guys swear that Jared Goff's a top 10 quarterback. No. Not the case. No. I know statistically, he may reside there currently for both touchdowns and yards.
He's 10th in yards.
Yeah.
And 8th in touchdowns.
Yeah.
And second in turnovers.
Outside of that, guess what he's top 5 at, though?
Turnovers.
Yeah. So we decided to make a list to say, okay, if he's not top 10, then who is?
Mm-hmm.
Spinny, who are your top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL today?
You want me to just rattle them all out? Or do top 5? Or bottom 5?
Start 10.
Okay.
Then I'll go 10. Flannel Sam, did you make a list?
I did. I got you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give my 3 honorable mentions first.
Okay.
3 honorable mentions that did not make the top 10.
3 honorable mentions over Goff?
Yes. Wow. That did not make the top 10.
Okay.
Over Jared Goff.
Okay.
I have Tom Brady.
Fair.
Trevor Lawrence.
Fair.
And Justin Fields.
Whoa.
Those are 3 honorable mentions that did not make the top 10 for me. Number 10. I got Kirko Chains himself. My boy Spartan Dog Kirk Cousins.
Kirko.
He's been obviously he is very lucky to be in the system that he is in with Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, 2 of the best skill players in the league. But I got Kirk Cousins at number 10. Number 9, I have Aaron Rodgers. Even though he's having a down year, he's still putting up ridiculous numbers. He still only has 4 interceptions on the season. 3 of them came in 1 game.
Yeah.
So without any receivers, he's still having a good year, and he's still doing things that only a handful of quarterbacks in this league can do.
All right.
Number 8, I got Justin Herbert. Again, he has been without his 2 best receivers for a majority of the season, and his top 5 in passing yards.
All right.
The guy goes out there and lights it up.
Flannel Sam, who your bottom 3?
All right. Number 10, I have to go with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has figured it out this year. Before the season, he was kind of limited.
I'm pretty sure that's racist. Number 10, bro?
Hey, we'll see how my list shapes out. Before the season, he was seen as kind of a limited passer. He has figured it out, and you obviously know what he can do on the ground with his legs. Number 9, I have to go with Aaron Rodgers, just like Spencer, because Aaron Rodgers, he does get a little bit of a lifetime achievement, but last game proved that he can still sling that rock when he has to. Number 8, this was a very, very tough one for me. I am going to have to go with Kirk Cousins. I can't believe I'm saying it. I can't believe it. Quiet as kept. Last season, he actually played pretty damn well. He just didn't get the luck that he's getting this year. And now he is quarterback of an 8-1 team. Him and Justin Jefferson are one of the greatest connections in the NFL. So Kirk Cousins, cannot believe I'm saying this, number 8.
All right. You want my bottom 3?
Let's hear it.
10, Justin Herbert. Was he your honorable mention, or he was actually?
He was number 8.
You're 8?
Yeah.
14 touchdowns. 6 interceptions. He started rough at the beginning of the year, but he lost a lot of his receiving core. I think one of the things I factor in with ranking him in the top 10 is he can run the football too.
Yes.
Now, no rushing touchdowns on the year, but we know he's capable of it, and we know he's done it before to win games for his team. So Justin Herbert's my number 10. Kirko Chains, number 9 for me, and I felt dirty doing this, but he deserves it.
He's playing well.
14 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, by the way. I don't know where the hell that came from. 2 rushing touchdowns, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but like you said, he's been making plays for his team all year. Number 8 for me was Lamar Jackson, 16 touchdowns, 2 rushing, and 6 interceptions. Lamar a threat through the air, on the ground. He is like FedEx.
All right. And now, should we do 7, 6, 5, and 4, and then save our top 3?
Yeah.
All right. Number 7, I got Lamar Jackson. I think he started off very hot and kind of tapered down a little bit. But again, the dude's got nothing, man. He's got no receivers. Mark Andrews has been out for quite a few games, who is his only reliable target. But he is still extremely athletic, obviously, extremely dynamic when it comes to running the ball. And he can throw the ball from the pocket. I think he has more touchdowns from the pocket than, I think he's top 3 in touchdowns thrown from the pocket this season. So I got Lamar Jackson and number 7. Number 6, the man, the myth, the legend, Geno Smith. The guy has been playing out of his mind. He's leading an offense that everybody thought that this Seahawks team was going to be at the bottom of the league this year. Yeah, he does have the luxury of having DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett on the outside and an emerging star in Kenneth Walker III. But Geno Smith is playing fantastic ball. He's not making mistakes. He is dropping in some beautiful passes, too. If you watch some of these throws, I'm talking 40 yards down the field, right in the bucket in the end zone to Tyler Lockett. Like, these are some great passes. Number 5, I got Joey Burrow, the guy kind of under the radar having a great year.
I was going to say the same thing. I didn't really notice how good of a year he's having.
And now he's doing it without Jamar Chase. He had a bad first 2 games, but after that, the dude has been on fire. Joe Burrow, the man, the myth, the legend, I got him at number 5. And number 4, I got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is playing fantastic. I don't think he does a lot throwing the ball, but when he does, he's getting it to Devontae Smith. He's getting it to A.J. Brown, and obviously he's electric with his legs. So I got Jalen Hurts at number 4.
Flannel Sam.
Ooh, number 7. Mark this down because I'm gonna shock you. Tua Tagovailoa. I cannot believe I was ever gonna say this, but he has stepped up big with Tyreek Hill as his number 1 wide receiver, Jalen Waddle as his 2, and Mike McDaniel as his head coach. Tua Tagovailoa has taken that step forward into what I believe is a franchise quarterback. He has 18 touchdowns, 3 picks, and he missed 3 games. That is absolutely unbelievable. Credit where credit is due. Number 6. Geno Smith. Talk about someone I never thought I would put on a list like
crazy,
this. Before this year, he hadn't been a starter since 2014, and when he started, he was awful. He was literally a meme. And this year, he is leading a resurgent Seahawks team to a potential division title with 17 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Just wrap your heads around that, people. That is unbelievable. He deserves a spot on this list and an MVP consideration. Number 5.
Wow.
I have Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, to me, hasn't quite taken that leap that I thought that he would take. But he's still having a damn good year, and I think he's a top 5 quarterback, and I think he's going to lead the Chargers to the playoffs this year, and he's still putting up great numbers, 14 touchdowns, and just watching him play, that dude passes the eye test with flying colors. Number 4, I got to go with Lamar Jackson. Because Lamar Jackson still is the biggest threat running the football from the quarterback position that I have ever seen. And he's also, he's going to probably have his best statistical passing season when it comes to volume. It's not going to be as efficient as his MVP year, but he's very improved as a passer, and the Ravens, without him, they would be screwed. And I take that into account a lot when I'm ranking quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, number 4. Easy.
I'm actually... Yeah, you might be surprised to hear this, but I'm actually surprised at how low Tua is on your list.
Tua Tagovailoa, he's having a damn good year. You cannot discredit it. I want to so bad, but he's taken a leap. He really has.
He's taken a big leap for me. I think you guys will be surprised where I have him. At number 7, I have Geno Smith. Now, I know I said I felt dirty about putting Kirk Cousins in there. When I put Geno Smith in my top 10 quarterbacks of 2022 this year, what?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Nobody saw it coming, man. The guy's balling, though.
Dude, he is. He's been one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the NFL this year, and it's a good chunk of the season. And he's not in a Daniel Jones situation where he's kind of handing off the ball every single play. He's doing the damn thing. Ahead of him, I have at number 6, Aaron Rodgers, 17 touchdowns, 7 interceptions this year. As you said, he threw the 3 against us. That's not likely of him. But Aaron Rodgers, I think he found his guy in Christian Watson last week. We'll see. I'm pretty pissed off I didn't get to grab him in fantasy, but it is what it is. I'll relax. Joe Burrow, number 5 for me. Quietly having a good year, like you said, spending 18 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 4 rushing touchdowns for Joe Burrow this year. I think we forget that aspect of his game, and I don't want to say I was sleeping on the Bengals, but I felt like this was like a big prove year for me, for them and their team, and I think they're still very much in the climb. Obviously, they took the big random L. It's the climb. Hashtag Miley Cyrus voice. But Joey Burrow at number 5 for me. And then at number 4, don't you dare tell Neil Rule. I got Tua Tagovailoa.
Who do you got?
Snap.
Who do you got? Say that again. A little louder.
I got Tua Tagovailoa at number 4.
Yeah, you're damn right you do.
Missing 3 games. Still top 10 statistically for, I believe, yards and touchdowns. 18 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions on the year, and we know when he needs to, he can run it. I didn't look at see if he had any rushing touchdowns. I don't think that he does.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa is balling this year. I can't deny it. I still put out the premise. What do you think's proved more, him or surroundings? I still believe very much so it's the surroundings. You got Tyreek Hill, a second year Jalen Waddle, and an offensive guru as your head coach, Mike McDaniel. But not denying that he's having a hell of a year.
Yes.
Tua Tagovailoa is my number 4 quarterback, and I want to get to our top 3, but not before we discuss SMA.
SMA
for my guy Dennis Dykes.
The sports marketing agency will help spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. Trust me, I used to work in this field. I know going out and seeking help is huge for them because they feel like they're going to be judged for it, and that is where stigma comes from. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play as well as private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They've got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars to choose from. So make sure you come check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
We got young Chris in the T booth, Flannel Sam in the 1s and 2s, and we're just going across the top 10 for our quarterbacks. Some people in this world say he's top 5.
Let's say he's top 5.
Literally, that person said top 5.
Yeah.
And so I thought I'd give that person a chance because if I wrote it down on the list, maybe I might have to put Goff in my top 5. No. All right, let's do 10. I might have to put Goff in my top 10. No.
He's not in my top 13.
You know that I'm a Tua Tagovailoa hater.
Yeah.
I'm up forth about it.
You are.
He's number 4 on my list.
Hey.
I have to recognize what he's doing.
Yes.
If Jared Goff was anywhere near it, and I'm telling you, he would be on my list. I'm real about it. But your top 3 spinning.
So, yeah, my top 3, as we alluded to, Jared Goff wasn't even in my top 13. Because I gave you my 3 honorable mentions were Brady, Lawrence, and Justin Fields. Number 3, I got the man, the myth, the legend. The man who sits in this chair gets his loins girded.
Gross.
When the name is
I'm
mentioned.
taking my headphones out. I want to hear this.
Tua Tagovailoa is a top 3 quarterback in the NFL this season. The man is an MVP candidate. He is playing great. When he is in the game, they win. When he is in the game, he is making things happen. He is giving Tyreek Hill the best season of his career, Sam Flannel. That is undebatable. It's crazy. I think Tua is an above average quarterback. He's an accurate quarterback. I don't think he's elite, but he is having an elite season. Man is having a top 3 season. Number 2, I got Josh Allen. He kind of fell off. He's dealing with an injury, so he hasn't been his same self. He's turned the ball over a lot. And then number 1 is Patrick Mahomes. The dude's got 25.
I was going to make you hold it. That's all right.
The dude's got 25 touchdowns on the season. Already, he's got 25 passing touchdowns.
Where was Jalen Hurts in your list?
Jalen Hurts was 4.
Where was Jalen Hurts in your list?
10.
You guys are just mad.
10's a little crazy. But I get
mad disrespectful. Who's in your top 3?
All right, so number 3, I've got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow coming off of a Super Bowl appearance with the Cincinnati Bengals. Had a pretty terrible first game where he threw 4 picks, but ever since then, he has been balling. He's got the Cincinnati Bengals right in contention to repeat and maybe go to the Super Bowl again. Am I saying they will? No, but they have the chance, and it's because they have an elite quarterback in Joe Burrow. Number 2, I have Josh Allen. Josh Allen obviously has had a problem turning the football over. but his highs have been greater than his lows, and that man can run with the football better than almost any quarterback in the NFL as well, and he is the biggest threat on his own team on the ground, and that means something to me. And he still has 20 touchdown passes. Number 1, to the shock of absolutely no one, Patrick Mother Bleepin' Mahomes leads the NFL in touchdown passes at 25, leads the NFL in passing yards at 2,936, and once again, the AFC playoffs is actually the Arrowhead Invitational, and Patrick Mahomes right now is the single greatest quarterback in a vacuum I have ever seen play the position, and he is in the midst of what could potentially be regular season and playoffs, the single greatest season by a quarterback ever, and he's doing it after he lost Tyreek Hill. I thought he was supposed to fall off. When is that going to happen? It's not. Patrick Mahomes, GOAT.
That being fair, this is probably the most complete Chiefs team I've seen him have. Their offensive line is great. They're running the ball very well. Jared McKinnon's playing well.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's still Travis Kelce, and like Sam said, Patrick Mahomes is on a historic pace.
It was crazy because I was so curious to see what Patrick Mahomes would be, and I never like anointed his success to Tyreek Hill like I do for Tua Tagovailoa, but sorry, the Woodward Sports Chat, this guy's dying. But I was curious what he would be without Tyreek. It's like without the threat of him, because like when he's on the field, you gotta pay attention to where he's at, and it opens up things for other guys. Kelsey's just as successful, and Patrick Mahomes is just as successful with a wide receiving core of like lost toys. Like he is the number 1 quarterback in the league. Number 2 is Josh Allen. Number 3 for me this year. You were mad disrespectful to my guy, Jalen Hurts. Where's respect for Jalen Hurts? 14 through the air, 7 on the ground, only 3 interceptions.
I got him at 4.
All right, yeah, that's fair. We got 2 over him. What the fuck was that?
I mean, 2 in 3 less games is putting up similar numbers.
But no, Jalen Hurts, that offense, it's crazy to me because like you think of like that the RPO scheme that they kind of run there in Philly, and it's similar to that zone run scheme as well. But what is there a comment? Please just read it.
I exist to fight your lies.
Watching too much Game of Thrones there, buddy. But the Jalen Hurts, the RPO is like looked at and laughed at a little bit as like a college scheme in the NFL, and then you have Jalen Hurts executing it to the point where obviously they took their first L this past week, but Jalen Hurts and that Philadelphia Eagles offense has been deadly, and a lot of it predicates off of him and the threat that he is as a runner. Yeah, and he's been doing really well throwing the football too. What were you going to say, Sam?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm starting to regret ranking him at number 10 myself because I am a man of accountability. I probably put him a little bit too low.
I'd say so.
Because I mentioned Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson as their running really helped put them higher for me, but Jalen Hurts, I didn't take that as much into account. So if I could redo it, I would definitely put him above Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins for what that's worth.
That's a little bit of respect.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit more respect. Now, I appreciate you guys doing that with me. Again, Lions fans was heavily debated. We were highly criticized. Not by everybody.
Not by everybody.
I think most people would say.
Most people realize Jared
brains.
Goff is not a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let alone top 5.
All right, man. We got a couple more minutes, and I want to give respect to where it's due. We talked about Game of Thrones. Shout out to I King Horse. And there's one guy that sits on the throne, maybe just here in Michigan, because he only has 2 rings on his fingers, but Tom Izzo.
Tom Izzo.
Coaching masterpiece last night. By his own.
Me. On the 3rd day of the NCAA season, tell me to play Kentucky after playing Gonzaga the day before. This guy, I love Tom Izzo, man. He's a Paisan. That's my guy. Huh? What are you talking about here?
That's going to be a thumbnail face tomorrow for sure.
You're telling me I'm going to have Matty Sissoko, who didn't play 5 minutes a game last year. He's going to come in. He's going to be the most important player on my team. You're telling me that guy is going to come in here and be the cornerstone of not only my defense, but my rebounding and my offensive game? What are you talking about, huh? Dude, thank you. But Matty Sissoko is playing out of his absolute mind. And you look at what Tyson Walker is doing. He's filling in that prototypical point guard role. We expected A.J. Hoggard to do that. A.J. Hoggard has started off a little slow. I don't like the pull-up contested shots he's taking. I don't like the contested hook shots in the lane against big men. Like twice against Kentucky, he got a mismatch called everybody off, ISO, Kobe Bryant, and everybody get out of the way. Dribble drive, gets into the paint, stops in the paint, and tries to do a hook shot, and just gets a beat right back in his face. I'm like, dude, just drive it. Use your body and go into him. And then
Kentucky has some dogs in the paint, though, too.
They do, but if you are a guard mismatched on a center, create space, get into his chest, get your shot off. He'd literally drive in there, looks like he's going in for a layup, stop in the paint, 2 feet in the paint, and then try to get a standing hook off with a 7-footer on him. I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing? But he did have 9 assists.
Yeah.
He was moving the ball around well. So Hogard is still who you want to run this offense, but Tyson Walker looks like he's the guy that's going to step up when the game's on the line.
He was
He had a couple great opportunities against Kentucky to knock down some shots. They just didn't fall. He got in the lane, got the shot off. They just didn't fall. Malik Hall stepped up big time. Had a couple wide open dunks to send it to overtime and to send it to double overtime. This is such a prototypical Tom Izzo team. 4-year guys that were counted out. Matty Sissoko's out of nowhere, stepping up to being, looking like he could be one of the best big men in the country. He went up against the National Player of the Year and held his own. He's looking like he can be fantastic. Dickie V said it yesterday. He's got star potential, baby. I'm not going to go that far as star potential.
I think so.
But the guy is a rebounding machine. He can be a defensive animal on the backboard, and he is an athletic freak. So I don't want to go as far as saying he's got star potential, baby. But he looks like he's molding into a very good player.
And I know we don't usually talk college basketball on the show, but last night's game had to be talked about. It was against Kentucky. Michigan State was unranked in terms of top 25, and they went out. First of all, they should have fallen higher in the rankings after the game against Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I don't understand. There's a brand name with Michigan where sometimes they get a little bit overrated when it comes to these rankings. When it comes to college basketball, why doesn't Izzo get that same respect?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Why?
No, 100%. Matty Sissoko, crazy name, by the way, but dude was balling last night. Came up with when it mattered most.
He's got like a 7'3" wingspan.
I know, and then I looked it up too because I thought he was a 7-footer. He's only 6'9".
Yeah,
that's the trippy thing about college. You watch these big men. You kind of sometimes in your head you assume he's a center. He's gonna be sitting in the pros 6'9". I hope he translates to the NBA. Maybe he gets bigger though. He's a freak.
He needs to get a jump shot. His free throw stroke didn't look bad. He knocked down I think 6 of his free throws last night. He doesn't look too bad from the lane. He was, I think, a 45% free throw shooter coming into last night. He knocked down 6 of 7. So it's, he is only going to get better as he gets more playing time. But the real stars of last night were Malik Hall and Joey Hauser, because Joey Hauser showed out. He had his best game in a Spartan uniform since transferring from Marquette. He was out there knocking down shots. He was electric. Malik Hall was knocking down shots. Those guys.
He made the clutch shot to get it overtime.
To get it to overtime and to get it to double overtime.
Yeah, you're right.
He had a dunk
that
for
play
both of
that
those.
Izzo drew up to take it to double overtime.
By far the best full court play I've ever seen in my life on a basketball court. Tyson Walker is inbounding the ball, standing on the baseline. AJ Hogard comes into the baseline. Tyson Walker throws it to him, still out of bounds. He catches. I didn't even know that was legal. Calipari didn't even know that was legal. He was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
What did he do?
Tyson Walker had the ball. AJ Hogard came to the baseline. He passed it to him. Both of them standing on the baseline out of bounds. Tyson Walker takes off down the court. AJ Hogard tosses the touchdown pass to him, gets him. Malik Hall gets in the lane, open dunk. It was great, man.
Before we go to break, where you rank them now? Michigan State.
Top 15.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I'm in agreement. Flannel Sam's real quick. Where you ranking them?
Top 25 for sure. I mean, that was a very, very impressive win. I think last night kind of proved what I've always thought. And Spencer, if you could just answer this really quickly, I think that Tom Izzo is a better coach for good to average players than for great players.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it's always been.
I agree, 100%.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Matty Sissoko did a wonderful job of holding Oscar Tshiebwe to 22 points and 18 rebounds. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
No, he held his own, man. They kept the game close. He didn't let the game run away. He was in there fighting for boards.
When it came down to it, he came alive.
I'm not saying he's on the same level as the reigning National Player of the Year.
Lady James.
But when it came down to it, one of them was sitting on the bench, and the other one was catching lobs for the win.
Stop, you two! I love you both.
I'm just saying.
Tell us about Lady
Oscar
James.
Sheep with your baby back. No, no, he's a freak. Nobody can stop that
Dude,
guy.
he was swatting balls like crazy.
But come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary, because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That's 313-403-0011. Michael Phillips, game on.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
Hello.
We got young Kristen, TD Blue,
Jared
Flannel
Goff,
Sam.
top 5 quarterback.
Top five. Top 5, he's not 5. Not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. Flannel Sam joining us on the ones and twos. Appreciate him filling in for JB Smooth. JB Smooth, we hope you get well, as well as our guy Ryan Armani. Everyone's getting sick around here.
Yeah.
I told you the back. I dapped up Brandon. He's like, yeah, so so-and-so is sick and so-and-so is sick. And I was like, am I getting sick? What's going on?
Stockholm syndrome.
I texted JB right before the show. He said he's feeling fine.
Good.
He said he's feeling good. So
Glad my
that's
guy
all good.
JB. Glad to see you in the chat, JB.
Yeah, JB.
Yeah, damn.
He's doing a film study on Angela White.
Man, literally, he
all
literally
those
said he has
alleged-
nothing to do.
Tiana Trump, that's one of the
He said he has nothing to do.
He said
he's not in the chat.
Are you serious?
Yeah, wow. Shout out JB. Getting in that Wilbur chat. Maybe Detroit Lions Forum is JB.
Dun, dun, dun!
No, JB's not that stupid.
What do you think? He says he's a little bit stupid? What are you trying to say?
I said he's not that stupid.
It's not saying like he's not that stupid. He's not that stupid.
He's not that stupid.
Damn. They're saying he's like a.
Everybody's a little stupid.
There we go.
Over.
Over.
All right, guys. We talked a little bit of basketball. We talked about college basketball. And again, that game deserved its respect. That was a great game to watch. But collegiate players, I guess he's not really technically a collegiate player, but Scoot Henderson.
Yeah.
He's highly viewed as the second overall pick in this upcoming draft.
He is.
And Pistons Twitter, we've already discussed Pistons Twitter's all over the place. You guys probably half of you 12, the other half of you are Detroit Lion forums being crazy as hell. But I've seen it come up time and time again from some respected accounts at this point now too. My guy Don Mitchell even. And they're saying if Scoot Henderson, if the Pistons land the lottery, and they're there at number 2, Scoot Henderson is a must, like the armor of my pit.
Dude, stop trying to make that happen.
This is not my thing. Stop saying that. Is this true? Is this facts?
Yeah.
Should I Chris go first?
Yeah,
you speak. I know you're a basketball guy. You've been quiet all show.
Where do you want me to go with this? Like, this is a good problem to have if that ends up becoming the problem. Worst case scenario. Like, people are saying, I know that he doesn't fit well with Cade and Ivy, but you know what? If you get the number 2 pick, you either trade it or deal with that problem later, because Pistons need talent flat out. Like 3-12, you're missing a lot. You're not just missing one thing. You're missing a lot. I mean, maybe you might be missing one thing if it's a 7'3" or 7'5" center that can shoot, dribble like a point guard, dunk on everybody, and play great defense. Then maybe you're missing one thing. But overall, you're missing multiple pieces. So it's stupid to even have this discourse.
Yeah, it's it is a must. It is a must. It is a must, like the arm of Eazy's pit.
Let's go!
you need
so fetch.
You need talent. You need talent, and that's what the NBA draft is. The NBA draft is talent, especially when you're at the top. You go after the best talent. You don't worry about getting pieces here or there, getting someone to fit the system. Or you're not Greg Popovich. You're the Detroit Pistons. You go after talent. Scoot Henderson is by far the second most talented player in this draft. So if you get the second pick, and whoever gets the first takes Wemby, which they're going to, you get Scoot Henderson.
Oh, man. I'm not fully against your guys' arguments. But I'm just saying, do you remember when the Boston Celtics finessed the 76ers and they still grabbed their guy in Jason Tatum, who was like a little bit more of a fit, like what they had going on?
Yeah. Well,
is that like a solution to this problem, too?
No, because they said they were taking Jason Tatum at 2. So if
Fultz was 1.
Or, yeah, they said they were taking Jason Tatum 1. Wherever. That was their guy. They were going for Jason Tatum. They were going to pick Jason Tatum no matter where he was. So that's who they valued. Yeah, if you value someone as a better player than Scoot Henderson, take them. But you're going to be hard-pressed to find someone you can value as a better player than Scoot Henderson in this draft, other than Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's not realistic that that's an outcome, but that is a potential outcome. If you really do fall in love with somebody that's 3 or 4 or 5 on the board, and you know they're going to be there, and you know that you can get that plus assets for 2, then you think about actually doing it. But realistically, like Spencer said, it's just not probable. I mean, Scoot Henderson has clearly established himself as the number 2 player in this draft, and he would be number 1 in a lot of other drafts. This is an otherworldly talent. You take it and you deal with it. You deal with it later.
But it's like dealing with it later mean like trading one of the pieces we have now. Whether it be Ivy or Cade?
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out, that's for sure, but you make it happen.
Would you say Ivy's better than Scoot, though, or you think Scoot does like a higher...
I take Scoot.
I would take Scoot, too.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson's a dog.
I'm glad I answered that question. They're going to kill you for that.
I know. I don't want to get dragged by Pistons Twitter, but... as prospects, yeah, Scoot Henderson is a better prospect.
I should have hit up Don and had him like calling or something like that. Flannel Sam, do you have a bone to pick in this fight? Is that the term? What term am I looking for there?
So I'm gonna see that Jaden Ivey thing and raise you. I think Scoot Henderson might be a better prospect than even Cade Cunningham was.
Okay.
All
right.
Boo this man.
Boo this man. You just hate Cade Cunningham.
I do not hate Cade Cunningham. I think Cade Cunningham is the point guard of the future. I'm just saying that if it weren't for Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson would be the number 1 overall pick. And when you're the Pistons, despite all the promise that they have, they're really, really bad. We're talking about them in the lottery already. And if you get the number 2 pick, you cannot pass up a chance to get Scoot Henderson, who's a guard, who's athletic, who has supreme talent. Like I said, I think as a prospect, he might even be better than Cade Cunningham. And of course, Jaden Ivey. The Pistons need talent, and you want a guy who can potentially be a superstar. And I see that potential out of Scoot Henderson way more than any other guy in the draft besides Victor Wembanyama.
Paul Thomas in the Woodward Sports Chat said his folks didn't like him that much. Let's go with Scoot. His name isn't actually Scoot. That's his nickname.
They named him after his dad because he dipped after he was born. I was kidding. And that's messed up. His dad loves him very much. I really don't know at all. He's 6'2", though. Can he shoot? Can Scoot shoot?
Yes.
And he is balling in the G League.
Yeah.
And a lot of players who go straight from the G League, straight to the G League after high school at this young of an age, they struggle. Scoot Henderson is basically making the G League his bitch at this point.
Didn't you watch him versus Wemby?
I did watch him versus Wemby. He struggled in the beginning. Then he got on.
Then he stopped. He didn't miss a shot. And he's a freak athlete.
I may have to watch some more Scoot, man. It is a good problem to have.
There are plays, though, like if you're looking for someone that more fits what Eazy wants for the Pistons.
Eazy
a wing,
taught me.
a guy like that. You got Amon Thompson. He's a 6'7", 200-pound shooting guard.
Oh, man.
You got Derek Whitehead of Duke. He's 6'6", 190-pound small forward. You've got Dylan Mitchell. He's 6'7", 200-pound small forward.
2 point name for me.
And Cam Whitmore. 6'7", 2. Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore.
I didn't want to say Whitmer and get canceled. No, Cam Whitmore.
Real quick.
6'7", 225 power forward.
I like that.
Easy. But listen, you're missing the bigger picture
Easy,
here.
baby.
The Pistons get Scoot, trade Jaden Ivey for Benedict Mathurin and Shaden Sharp. Yeah?
I might. I don't know enough about Scoot, honestly, to have like a valid opinion. I gotta actually watch some tape. If he
gets rid of Ivy, the guy you hate.
I'm here for. I don't hate Ivy.
Scoot can shoot. You do hate him.
I don't hate Ivy.
Hate.
I don't even know what that's from. You guys do it all the time.
It's from Spell Show.
Spell Show. Ow!
Spell Show.
You know what Chappelle has to skit about?
Money.
The most baller shit ever! It is Moneyball Sportswear. Check out Moneyball Sportswear. It's your one-stop shop. Whether you want the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop at Moneyball showroom in Southfield. Experience the only way to ball. Or visit moneyballsportswear.com. Join my guy, our guy, Braylon Edwards, on Black Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and you can win some free Moneyball swag. Moneyball. It's the only way to ball, baby. Big baller, baby.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
The official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network is the Butchery. They'll supply you the meat. Call 248-682-2697. Yes, 248-682-COWS. Or move on over and order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers.
$2.69.
The Butchery. Meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. Only the best of the best for the meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. Come on now, man. We're the heavyweights. Who do you expect to give you better reviews on meat than the heavyweights? Who do you want to handle your meat other than the heavyweights and the Butchery?
Speak for
Go
yourself.
check them out at thebutcherysl.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rats. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. Please, one like a day. Help us keep our jobs. All right, it's time for the highly requested segment of the day. Sam, you said you had a story. I said it's mailbag time, but these guys are lacking with the questions already. You downstairs? You ready for story time, Flannel Sam?
Story time. Let me think. Did I say that earlier on in the show?
You did.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
We were talking about saving babies. Spencer was going to fight a country gal.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out statutes of limitations.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out the statute of limitations.
Oh God. Let me
tell us about the last time you were in a fist fight.
Last time I was in a fist fight.
Tell us about the last time you didn't wear a flannel.
Ooh, the last time. Well, nah, man. You know what? Let me tell you the story of my wedding reception. I know the fist fight one is highly requested, but I'll tell you what. I don't want to tell that story on air. That could really out me, and I don't want to do that.
The fist fight story?
Yeah.
Did you punch an old lady?
We'll talk off.
Has it been 7 years?
But it's like really close.
Okay.
It's really, really, really close.
Tell a fist fight story, but like you as Spencer. So say Spencer did these things.
No, don't pressure him.
So like Tua Tagovailoa.
All right, maybe I'll wait to have off air. I apologize.
No, I mean the reception. The best part is that, and you were there, Eazy. You showed up at the end. I kind of got back to my roots, and my club days. And my sister happened to be the DJ, so that was probably my favorite part of the night. Shout out Emily. She's a great sister. You guys, I saw you guys had a lot of fun, and man, Eazy, you got to witness firsthand what Club Sam was actually like. I know it got rave reviews from Stick, you, Maz, Justin, all of them. And that was my big takeaway from the night because I got to pretty much control the whole playlist. It was a wonderful.
Yes.
I heard Justin was requesting some music and he didn't let that fly.
It was just vibe killing music. There was just no way. Like there was one song on there that I'd be like, okay, that one.
He said "Africa" by Toto was requested.
Vibe killing music. Come on, who actually likes that song?
Who can relate?
It's not. You don't listen to that song in your free time. You never once was like seriously put that on to listen to versus any other time was like trolling.
Caught the waves down in Africa.
People always
Stop
say that.
playing
like,
MF Doom. You're scaring the whole.
There will be no.
That's what he's playing.
Stop playing Toto. You're scaring the.
There will be no Africa by Toto at my wedding reception. I had to fight with my wife for like some songs or some songs to be off. And you want to know a little secret? And this is something where me and my sister kind of. I hope my wife's not listening. Me and my sister kind of like had the handshake deal. My wife really, really wanted "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey, and I'm like, absolutely not. And
that's a good call.
And my sister just was like, I didn't put it on, and I'm like, thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you so much.
That's a good call.
That was, oh yeah.
Wedding was off. This is over.
That's why you didn't want to tell us about his last fist fight because
chill,
with his wife over what songs are going to be playing.
There's no domestic violence in my household.
Oh man. If I have video footage of you in your club days at the wedding reception, are we allowed to play it or no? Should we keep that private?
Go right ahead, man.
He was shirtless flexing on like our first episode.
You're actually right.
I was.
That was
people
great.
ask why you win. It's all right. It's in Slack then.
That was a great episode.
All right, Chris.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Mailbag question. Sapper18 mailbag asks, will Eazy Russell stick again?
Ooh.
Stick don't want that smoke. It's gonna be the same result every time.
Yeah.
Until like. It's a thing. You gotta like get some classes in. I might wrestle Darius though.
Yeah.
If my knee gets better, I'll wrestle. I'll for sure.
You'll throw Darius around.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Darius is a good wrestler though. Like he wrestled in high school.
There's the thing is like it's the reason why I was so confident with the situation with the stick is like you can like grapple, wrestle, whatever, but like a finishing move is like a learned move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you learn that, you're just gonna be like wrestling.
And Stick didn't even know how to get out of full mount. Like
yes.
You know, you got elbows into the thighs.
Yeah.
I learned that in karate.
Well, even like even having the headlock is like
in the right position.
Yeah, like you know how people once you get to the side, that's not a thing. And he's like, "Well, I had you," and I'm like, "You didn't.
No, you didn't.
You gotta be parallel for that one, bud." Was another mailbag question? What's your favorite video game of all time?
I got the video.
My favorite video game of all
We'll save it
time.
when we close out.
Okay.
My favorite video game of all time. That is tough. There's a lot to go over. Elden Ring it's got to be up there.
You loved that game.
It's such
you were a crackhead for that game.
Yeah.
You and Sawyer actually.
Yeah,
but you a little more.
Yeah, I was. I beat it before Sawyer. It was
because you were up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, did a lot of nights up till like 3-4 playing that game. That is one of my favorite games of all time. Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is a fantastic game that is underrated. That's up there. Final Fantasy 7, obviously. Suikoden 2 is up there. Conker's Bad Fur Day for N64 is up there. Ogre Battle 64 is up there. There's a lot. It's hard for me to just pick one. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping in and checking out the Woodward Heavyweights. You know where to find us. We're on woodwardsports.com. You know where we are. You know when we are. That's Monday through Friday.
What's going on over there?
From 5 to 7. For the man to my left. No one in sports. Young Chris holding it down on the TV. Flannel Sam taking it for Jimmy. I'm Spencer Raster. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. And enjoy this video of Sam Flannel dancing at his wedding.
We're sticking and moving.